Okay, here at home, the Texas flooding tragedy is putting a renewed focus on the safety of summer camps. At least 27 campers and counselors from Camp Mystic alone were killed. Parents across the U.S. have kids in summer camp right now, of course. With erratic summer weather in full force, many are wondering what kind of safeguards are in place where their children are. So I want to bring in Anthony DeHart. He is the interim president and the CEO of the American Camp Association, and he joins me now to discuss. Thanks so much for joining us. So for parents with kids in camp who are thinking about sending their kids to camp this summer or next summer, what kind of safety measures should they be looking at when they browse these camps, when they visit these camps? What kind of safety measures should they be looking to see in the case of an emergency?
Yeah, thank you for having me. And let me just start by saying what an unimaginable tragedy, and the entire camp community, continues to grieve and try and support these camps in Texas. Parents are understandably concerned, and I'd like to talk about that. But first, I just want to say, I don't want parents who have kids that are going to camp to forget that the most likely challenges around weather that their children are going to see are still going to be sunburn, dehydration, thunderstorms, heat. Those are things they can actually work with their children to be prepared for. And of course, camps have well-honed practices to protect against those things. So I just want to put that out there. But of course, parents are thinking about natural disasters now. And if they're thinking about camp, or if their children are enrolled in camp in later this summer or now, camps are actively trying to reach out to parents and answer these questions they have. And if not, parents should be reaching out to the camps and asking about things like, do they do regular risk assessments? Do they have an emergency plan that they staff train around and they rehearse before the campers show up? Do they have a good communication plan? And do they have a backup communication plan if cell service goes out? Do they coordinate with their local first responders before the summer season? And are they talking to their insurance company to evaluate their facilities and their action plan so all of this is in place? And camps should have all of these things in place and are eager to talk with parents about what they are, so parents have confidence sending their kids to camp so they can have these really impactful experiences.
So I know you probably can't do this nationally, but does your organization, or is there an organization that provides just sort of a standard that all camps should at least consider if you're going to have, hundreds, if not thousands of children attending the camp? And where could parents sort of access a sort of list or a set of requirements that in detail the logistics that are involved should there be an emergency? And it doesn't have to be just a weather emergency. It could be a fire. It could be a mass. We are in a state of play in this country where there are mass shootings that are increasingly frequent. So even something like that needs to sort of be thought of. And I wonder if there's some sort of standard that exists for parents to be able to access.
Great. Yeah. So each state has a regulatory framework, and they vary widely from state to state, and parents should ask about that. The American Camp Association has actually the only national standards. We have an accrediting program for camps, which are really the only national set of standards around health and safety. So parents should ask if their camp is ACA accredited. All of the things I just mentioned around emergency.
Oops. Looks like we just lost Henry DeHart from the American Camp Association. Is that right, guys? Is he gone? He's gone. All right, technical difficulty there, but the information was critically important. Henry DeHart, thank you so much for joining us. Again, our hearts and our prayers go out to the families in Texas who are suffering through this unimaginable pain.